Sadly, in our busy world where communication and noise are constants, the art of silence has been lost. However, what if the moments we choose to be silent were equally important as the times we speak? How often do we pause and consider what our stillness means? An excellent technique to learn when to talk is to apply the ancient Stoic doctrine, which teaches people how to control themselves through reason and emotional strength. The father of Stoicism, Zeno, once observed that it is preferable to trip with the feet rather than the tongue. Consider this profound saying that raises a fundamental question. How often have we regretted speaking hastily or in anger? Stoicism doesn't just advise us against certain actions, it encourages us to use silence as a tool for personal growth and inner peace. Imagine confronting life's challenges with the serene confidence that your silence conveys more than words ever could. Stoic philosophy teaches that silence is not merely the absence of speech, but a deliberate and deeply felt response. It is a potent and active force, a strategy that can help resolve conflicts, shield us from harm, and foster understanding. So, when should we embrace silence? Together, we will explore 9 crucial moments when choosing silence is not only wise, but also life-changing. As we delve into these lessons, consider how practicing Stoic silence might transform your interactions with others and your own peace of mind. What if you could defuse a heated argument with a composed silence instead of hurtful words? If are you interested in this topic, then type "Let's go" in the comment. Right now, just comment "Let's go." When I see your comment, I'll give you a heart, and if you want to help the channel, leave a like and subscribe. It takes less than a second and helps the channel a lot. I genuinely appreciate those who return to watch and engage with our content. Your feedback is wonderful and motivates us to continue providing valuable information. What might a quiet pause reveal about your emotions and thoughts? Join us as we uncover the powerful instances when silence speaks volumes, and let the wisdom of Stoicism be our guide. Are you prepared to delve deeper into the profound teachings of Stoicism? Please leave a word before embarking on this journey. Number 1. Dealing with unfair criticism. According to Stoic philosophy, being unfairly criticized presents a unique opportunity to grow stronger and demonstrate integrity. The ancient ruler Marcus Aurelius once remarked that when something external bothers you, it's not the thing itself causing harm, but rather how you perceive it. He also emphasized that you have the power to change your perspective at any time. Consider this. How might altering your view of criticism empower you? Can you recall a situation where maintaining composure in the face of unfair criticism led to a positive outcome? When faced with harsh criticism from your boss regarding a project you are leading, a Stoic response involves calmly analyzing the feedback for valuable insights while disregarding unfounded negativity. Epicus emphasized that this approach not only maintains your composure but also upholds your professional integrity. Instead of engaging defensively, it is essential to respond thoughtfully, allowing the quality of your work to speak for itself. By focusing on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes, Stoicism transforms potential conflicts into demonstrations of personal strength and philosophical commitment. Embracing silence in the face of unfair criticism is not passivity but a strategic choice to prioritize inner peace and influence those around us positively. Incorporating Stoic principles into our daily lives, particularly when confronted with unjust critiques, aligns us with a philosophy that values character strength over fleeting approval. This fosters personal development and encourages others to do the same, countering the prevalent culture of self-promotion with humility. As Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, avoiding arguments about ideal behavior allows us to cultivate self-awareness and growth by responding to arrogance with silence. Criticism, though often constructive, may not always be fair, posing a challenge to remain composed and purposeful in our actions. Stoicism, an ancient Greek theory, offers timeless advice on how to handle rude criticism with class and grace. By following Stoic ideas, we can transform negative experiences into opportunities for personal growth and inner strength. Remember, it's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it. This is the Stoic principle. When faced with unfair criticism, take a moment to carefully consider your response. This prevents impulsive reactions and allows you to reflect on the situation without becoming upset. Remember, you control your mind, not external events. Understanding this will make you stronger. Understand that unfair feedback reflects the reviewer's feelings or thoughts, not your abilities. Separate the criticism from your identity to gain clarity. Even in unjust judgments, there may be a kernel of truth. Seek out any constructive feedback hidden within the negativity. When responding to unfair criticism, remain composed and polite. This not only demonstrates your strength and maturity, but also prevents escalation. Focus on personal growth instead of engaging in pointless arguments about others' expectations. Shift your focus from unfair criticism to your goals and self-improvement. Don't waste energy on what others think a good person should be, embody it. Take action towards your personal development and let go of unnecessary negativity. Overcoming challenges and progressing on your journey is possible by concentrating on personal development and virtues. While facing unjust criticism may be difficult, applying Stoic principles can transform these experiences into opportunities for growth and resilience. Take a pause to distinguish criticism from self-worth, seek any valuable insights, respond with composure and respect, and remain focused on personal growth to embody the Stoic philosophy of maintaining inner strength amidst external challenges. Number 2. Maintaining Stoic composure amid boasts. In a social setting where a colleague is boasting excessively about their achievements and lavish lifestyle, practicing Stoic silence can be a powerful response. By choosing to remain quiet, you demonstrate restraint and allow the other person's words to reveal their true character. This approach not only preserves your dignity but also conveys confidence in your own accomplishments without seeking external validation. Strategic silence, as taught by Stoicism, signifies wisdom and self-assurance rather than passivity. Instead of engaging in a verbal exchange, responding with grace through actions and displaying the quality of your character speaks volumes. By embracing this concept, you shift the focus from competition to personal contentment and inner fulfillment. This mindset fosters a harmonious environment where individuals can flourish authentically, based on intrinsic value rather than comparison. Reflect on how integrating quietude into your interactions can enhance your life and connections. Share your thoughts and experiences below to collaborate on cultivating a more serene and joyful existence together.
Number 3. Handling anger.
When experiencing anger, it can seem like a turbulent storm that can sweep away all reason and calm. Stoic philosophy offers a safe place in the middle of this storm, providing a moment of silence to help us deal with these strong emotions. Epicurus, a famous Stoic figure, advised to keep quiet most of the time and only speak when necessary. Consider a day at work when a coworker's mistake causes you hours of extra work. Your first instinct might be to lash out in anger, but what if you chose silence instead? By not reacting in anger, you give yourself time to think about the situation more objectively. This pause can prevent the conflict from escalating and lead to constructive solutions instead of heated arguments. Reflect on how often reacting quickly in anger has made you consider what could be different if you took a moment to calm down before speaking. Marcus Aurelius, another well-known Stoic, gives advice in his writings. How much worse are the results of anger than the things that make people angry? This thought prompts us to consider the consequences of our anger. Most of the time, the effects of an angry outburst are worse than the initial cause of our anger. Consider Nelson Mandela, a famous leader who, despite being jailed for years, chose to forgive his abusers instead of getting angry. This decision not only improved his own life but also led a country to reconciliation. When you're angry, choosing silence doesn't mean hiding your feelings. It means selecting a response that aligns with your best self. This practice not only enhances your inner peace but also fosters better relationships and a more successful life as you navigate daily frustrations. Remember, silence can serve as your sanctuary, a place where wisdom reigns. Embrace it, and you may discover that a quiet response is not only the most profound but also the most powerful. Anger is a natural emotion experienced by everyone at some point. However, uncontrolled anger can damage relationships and your well-being. Stoicism offers valuable techniques for managing anger through self-control, clear thinking, and inner peace. Identify the triggers of your anger. Whether it's a person, a situation, or a specific event. Reflect on why these triggers provoke such strong reactions. Our assumptions and beliefs often influence our emotional responses. Accept that you cannot change external events, but you can control how you react to them. Practice mindfulness by focusing on the present moment rather than dwelling on past issues or future worries. Engage in deep breathing exercises to calm your mind and body when anger arises. Before responding, take a moment to pause and consider the consequences of your actions. Try to empathize with the other person's perspective to reduce anger. Shift your mindset to focus on solutions rather than fixating on the problem. Cultivate emotional resilience by exercising self-control, patience, and detachment. Develop the ability to detach your emotions from the situation at hand, and instead, view it objectively. Strengthen your inner self by engaging in activities that help you manage your emotions, such as exercising, journaling, or meditating. Utilize your anger in a constructive manner by channeling your energy into positive outlets like physical activity or creative pursuits. Embrace your anger as an opportunity for personal growth and self-discovery. learning to communicate effectively without hostility. Mastering the art of managing anger is crucial for your well-being and the quality of your relationships. Transform your anger into a positive force through introspection, mindfulness, shifting perspectives, building resilience, and finding healthy outlets for expression. Embrace the principles of Stoicism to achieve inner peace and lead a harmonious life. Number 4. Silence amidst unfounded rumors. When people converse with each other, stories are like leaves caught in a windstorm. If they are untrue, they can cause harm and confusion. However, there is quiet in the middle of false rumors. Stoic philosophy provides a compelling response. Think quietly about the instance of a teacher in a small town who was falsely accused of misconduct as rumors circulated through the community. Rather than adding to the controversy by refuting or explaining what had happened, the teacher chose to stand firm by relying on her integrity and honesty. This decision to remain silent is not a sign of weakness, but rather a wise one. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You hold power over your thoughts, not over outside events." Understand this, and you will be powerful. How often have we witnessed hastily said words exacerbate situations? The community was initially excited, but as time passed and no fresh evidence surfaced, the teacher chose to remain silent in order to defend herself from the arrows of false allegations. Epictetus once said that if someone says something negative about you, you should always respond positively. This counterintuitive approach suggests that responding to negativity with positivity, or, in this case, silence, can stop and change the course of unproductive interactions when false information is spread. This illustrates the Stoic belief that you should focus on what you can control, like your reactions and actions, instead of worrying about how stories spread, which you can't stop. There are charges. Consider how vital it is to wait to respond to stories until the storm passes. Recall that the greatest way to maintain your peace and reputation is to live by the ideal. Speaking softly can demonstrate respect and trust in the truth. Use this in your own life. You don't preach by stifling every rumor in these kinds of circumstances. Not only does remaining silent serve self-defense, but it also demonstrates your commitment to Stoic principles. As you navigate the challenges of interpersonal and professional relationships, allow your Stoic silence guide you through the confusion of unfounded rumors and point you in the direction of a contented, successful life. Number 5. Coping strategies for loss. How to deal with loss. How do you deal with the maximum silence that follows a major loss? Is a common mortal experience that frequently leaves a void filled with sadness and confusion, but Stoicism has a unique way of dealing with pain. For illustration, C.S. Lewis, a notorious author, who wrote about his grief after losing his woman in the book A Grief Observed, says, "The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before." This is a veritably Stoic way of allowing. Stoics believe that our jests are part of a bigger natural inflow of life, and that loss and love will always go hand in hand. Seneca, a notorious Stoic champion, has a lot to say about this subject. "The day we worry will be our last is actually the birthday of eternity." How might your response to loss change if you see it as a shift rather of an end? What might you gain by accepting the silence that comes after loss? Giving yourself time and room to suppose and heal. After his death, Lewis didn't try to fill the silence with explanations or distractions, rather he used it to deeply explore his studies and passions, showing the Stoic belief that rigors can be used for particular growth. His trip through grief showed how keeping a calm mind can help someone deal with deep emotional pain and turn it into a deep understanding of life's fragility and beauty. Silence after a loss is not a way to hide or deny what happened. It's a way to give yourself time to relax, suppose, and move on. Find meaning beyond the pain you are feeling right now. This means letting your passions run their course without causing a forced end. Suppose about how you've dealt with losses in the once. How could the Stoic practice of reflective silence help you in unborn times of grief? How might this system change not only your own mending but also the mending of those around you? Please partake your studies and jests with loss, as well as how Stoic practices may have affected your path. What assignments have you learned, and how has silence helped you get better? Let's talk about it and get better in the commentary below. One of the hardest effects in life is dealing with death. It's hard to deal with grief and sadness when you lose commodity important in your life, like a loved one, a job, or a big chance. Stoicism, an old proposition started by Zeno of Citium in Athens, gives us dateless advice on how to deal with these hard times. Taking a Stoic view can help us be strong and at peace indeed when we have lost commodity veritably important fate, and accept how you feel. It's important to understand and accept the passions that come with losing someone. Stoicism teaches us that passions are normal responses to effects that be in life. Step you can take: let yourself cry and feel the pain without judging yourself. Writing in a journal or talking to a friend you trust can help you work through these passions. Pay attention to what you can change. According to the Stoic proposition, we should let go of effects we cannot change and concentrate on the effects we can step to. Figure out what you can change about the situation, like how you deal with the loss, and let go of what you cannot. Reframe the loss as a chance to get better. As explained, Stoics suppose that every problem can be used as a chance to grow and get better. Step you can take. Suppose about what you can learn from this. What can this loss educate you that will make you better? Tidily or more caring practice. Being thankful can help you stop allowing about what you've lost and start fastening on what you still have. Step write down every day a list of effects you're thankful for. This exercise can help you see effects in a new way and make you feel calm. Seek help and group. Stoicism stresses how important it's to have a group and help each other through hard times. Step to take. Talk to family, musketeers, or support groups. Talking about your problems with other people can help you feel more and less alone. It's no way easy to deal with loss, but the Stoic ideas can help us be strong and flexible when we are going through the pain of loss. It can help to fate our passions, concentrate on what we can control, change our point of view, be thankful, and ask for help. These ways can help us heal and grow if we choose to use them. Number 6. Navigating ignorance with Stoic grace. Have you encountered someone whose actions reveal a lack of understanding, yet their conviction is unwavering, as if they were an expert? Despite the frustration, it is an opportunity to exercise patience. Galileo, the renowned scientist who advocated for heliocentrism during a time of strong geocentric beliefs, exemplifies how to handle ignorance. Despite facing fierce opposition and being placed under house arrest, Galileo maintained his integrity and commitment to the truth, often choosing to remain silent in the face of false accusations and ignorance. Stoicism teaches us that we can only control our responses, not the actions of others. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Embracing this perspective will provide strength. Consider adopting this viewpoint when encountering someone with misguided beliefs. How might altering your response, knowing you can control it, impact the situation? Galileo's silence was not a sign of weakness, but a powerful affirmation of his honesty and confidence in his discoveries. He understood that truth does not require verbal validation, but stands on its own merit. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on one's actions and accepting that others' beliefs are beyond our control. Grace entails recognizing the limits of our influence and choosing our battles wisely. It involves exercising patience and understanding, even in frustrating circumstances. This practice not only leads to a peaceful and fulfilling life, but also enables us to see the bigger picture, emphasizing long-term respect and success over short-term vindication. Consider how silence can be a graceful response to ignorance in your own life. How might this approach enhance your relationships and well-being? Let Galileo's story inspire you to embrace Stoic silence, transforming potentially challenging situations into opportunities for growth. Number 7. How to handle miscommunication. You must have been the focus of stories about yourself quite a few times in your life, with the murmurs growing louder as they went about. This is a typical human response, but remaining silent can make a difference. Consider the tale of a community leader whose commitment to environmental protection gave rise to untrue rumors about her personal benefit. Rather than responding to each rumor, the leader chose to focus on her work and remember Marcus Aurelius's adage, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who hurt you." The leader chose to remain silent and carry on with her advocacy, allowing her actions to speak louder than any rumors. Her actions highlight a crucial Stoic idea. What bothers us aren't external things, but rather how we respond to them. Your life will be distinct if you remain silent amid rumors. If someone makes negative remarks about you and it's real, what fortitude would you have to choose to ignore them and continue on your path? Epictetus advises us to correct ourselves if the criticism is untrue. This wise leader not only preserved the peace but also encouraged her followers to laugh at those who didn't believe in her. Her persistent devotion and composed demeanor demonstrated that maintaining your dignity and self-respect can be achieved by maintaining Stoic quiet. This narrative demonstrates the use of Stoicism in modern life by illustrating how our responses to misleading information can either fan the flames or, however, it also demonstrates that remaining silent is an active and potent method to allow our lives and outcomes to reveal the kind of people we are. Take this strategy into consideration the next time you hear gossip. How may you keep composed and concentrated by adopting Stoic silence? How might it affect how other people perceive you over time? What have you learned from these situations, and how has silence helped you get through them? Please share your thoughts and experiences dealing with rumors in the comments area below. Your suggestions might help someone find their way. Rumors can spread quickly, damage your reputation, create anxiety, and make matters more unclear. In a society where information travels swiftly, it's critical to devise effective strategies for handling gossip. Stoic philosophy has ageless wisdom that teaches us how to maintain composure. When faced with challenges, it's important to remain calm and rational. Reacting hastily or angrily to stories you hear can exacerbate the situation and lend greater credence to them. Instead, attempt to remain composed and objective while examining the situation objectively. Before responding, stop, take a few deep breaths, remind yourself that other people's opinions do not define who you are, and engage in relaxing activities like awareness or meditation to maintain your composure. Gather and get the information. Uncertain ideas and specifics frequently give rise to rumors. Instead than accepting them at face value, consider the evidence. Seek information from reliable sources and compile accurate data to determine the true nature of the story. Before making a decision, seek clarification by asking questions and gathering evidence. This approach enables you to base your response on facts rather than conjecture. Think things through before acting, because how you respond to a tale can greatly influence how true it is. If you behave without thinking, you could misinterpret something and further disseminate the narrative. Instead, respond thoughtfully and strategically. Examine the circumstances and consider what could occur if you take a different action. Keep your cool and respond to the rumor accurately if necessary. Sometimes the best course of action is to be silent or speak slowly. Be mindful of your demeanor and actions. The best defense against false rumors is to gradually demonstrate your goodness. Stories can be dispelled by acting with integrity at all times, demonstrating your true character in everything you do, and taking positive actions that reflect your values. The more consistently you behave, over time, the less likely it is that false narratives are true. Being concerned with the opinions of others, Stoicism advises you to put your attention on the things you can control and let go of the things you cannot. The second group consists of other people's opinions and narratives about you. Keep in mind that you have no control over what other people think or say. Instead, pay attention to your actions and ideas. Regardless of what others may think, embrace who you are and have faith in your principles. Stoic concepts such as mastering your emotions. By applying these ideas, you may address the issues that stories generate with poise and strength, defending your integrity and peace of mind. Discovering the truth, replying appropriately, remaining steady, and not caring what other people think can help you deal with rumors in a balanced and rational way. Number 8. When injustice is encountered. When faced with injustice, Stoic philosophy teaches us to handle life's issues fairly and with inner strength. This is particularly crucial when we encounter injustice because, as the wise Epicurean once said, "Je bear and forbear," tells us to endure difficult times without lamenting and to forgive others for their mistakes. Nelson Mandela made this theory very evident in his battle against apartheid in South Africa. Mandela's lengthy incarceration may have made him angry, but he emerged from it as a champion of harmony and peace, displaying a profoundly stoic resilience. Mandela opted to concentrate on healing and unity rather than pursuing justice, which illustrates a fundamental Stoic value and our greatest power resides in our ability to choose how we respond to external events. If we followed Mandela's example, could our own lives change? Can we choose to show compassion and understanding even when it seems impossible by remaining silent when unfair things happen? Marcus Aurelius once wrote in his Meditations that the best way to get even with someone who has wronged you is to choose not to engage in conflict and instead to cultivate a spirit of healing and forward thinking. Mandela fundamentally altered the way the entire nation saw justice and peace. It is not about accepting injustice passively. Rather, it is about maintaining inner peace and using calm to inspire thoughtful solutions that address wrongdoing and foster a collective move towards a better future as we face both small and large injustices. This Stoic way of thinking involves a strategic and principled silence that prepares us for constructive action. Remembering Mandela's silent courage is important because his legacy shows us that sometimes the most meaningful answers come from keeping quiet. Accepting this may alter both individual adversity and group conflict, bringing us to a more peaceful lifestyle that everyone must experience. It also enables us to lay the groundwork for meaningful transformation and a better, more prosperous life. Handle unfavorable circumstances. At some time in their life, Stoic thinkers will need to cope with unfair conditions. To help you understand how to face these situations, consider the thoughts of Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epicus. Some of the things they emphasize include being calm internally, behaving logically, and concentrating on what we can manage. Maintain inner serenity and concentrate on your inner state no matter what is going on around you. According to Marcus Aurelius, you should maintain your composure and practice emotional regulation. To do this, try deep breathing, awareness, and meditation. You should also accept the things you cannot change and realize that the only thing you can control is how you respond to them. People's actions can be rationally explained by thinking before acting. Rather than acting without thinking, stop and consider your options. This can help clarify the situation and possibly even offer a solution. Retaliating against people in a furious or vindictive manner will only make matters worse. Instead, try to respond in a calm and reasonable manner. Examine your values and make sure that your actions are guided by your basic beliefs and ideals at all times. Moral integrity. Make sure your response is consistent with your values and respects your honor.
Provide a good example.
Show others by your actions that you can handle unfairness with dignity and respect by seeking out helpful solutions. Adopt a problem-solving mindset while approaching a situation rather than focusing on the issue at hand. Dialogue. Have frank and open discussions with all parties concerned in an effort to arrive at a just resolution. When you have the opportunity, strive to modify the system in a way that addresses the root causes of the unfair practices. Develop and learn. Pause and consider what transpired, considering what lessons may be drawn from it. Personal development. Use the experience as an opportunity to develop personally and become a stronger person in the future. When faced with injustice, it's important to maintain composure, respond logically, stay true to your ideal, look for helpful solutions, and learn from the experience. If you adhere to these Stoic principles, you can deal with unfair situations with kindness and honesty, turning them into opportunities to improve and grow. Number 9. How to handle insults with Stoic wisdom. Epicus, a Stoic philosopher, once emphasized the importance of handling insults with Stoic wisdom. He stated that if someone manages to provoke you, it is crucial to recognize that your mind plays a role in the provocation. This principle should serve as a reminder every time we face insults, offering us a profound way to address such situations. By choosing to remain silent and seek understanding rather than engaging in conflict, we can control our reactions. Mahatma Gandhi exemplified this approach during his struggle for Indian independence, responding to insults and resistance with silence and comprehension. His commitment to nonviolence, akin to the Stoic way of life, proved effective in disarming his adversaries and garnering support from the public. Adopting a similar stance when confronted with insults can alter the dynamics of our interactions with others. By maintaining composure instead of reacting impulsively, we create space to act with intentionality. This practice not only preserves our calm but also projects a sense of leadership and superiority. Reflecting on Marcus Aurelius's words about the detrimental effects of anger and sorrow, we can appreciate the value of responding to challenges with a composed demeanor. Consider how embracing this Stoic silence could enhance your life and lead to greater success. Contemplate the impact of your actions on how others approach difficulties, as we explore the significance of pivotal moments in our lives. Silence has taught us a path to peace and understanding, as Marcus Aurelius once advised us to embody the qualities of a good man rather than debate them. Let us embrace the deep strength found in knowing when to speak and when to listen, leading to a peaceful, happy, and kind life. Apply these Stoic principles in your daily conversations and witness the transformative power of thoughtful silence. If you found this discussion insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more lessons in Stoicism. Thank you for joining us.